What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here. Now, the Sundance Film Festival lineup has been announced, and lots of very interesting sounding films premiering at Sundance. Obviously, I never been to Sundance or anything, but usually films come out from Sundance have always been pretty decent. So, with that being said, here are a lot of the films that are set to premiere at the Sundance Film Festival next year. All right. Now, again, the Sundance Film Festival will be a 10-day event which unfolds from January 20th to 30th. Anyway, the film's premiering includes the likes of 892, which is from director Abby Damaris Corbin and stars the late Michael K. Williams, as well as John Boyega, Nicole Bearer, uh, Connie Brent, Oliva Washington, and Celeste Levitt. Here's what it's about. When Brian Brown, Esley's disability checks fails to materialize from Veterans Affairs, he finds himself on the brink of homelessness and breaking his daughter's heart. No other option. He walks into Wells Fargo's banks and says, "Oh, I've got a bomb." Okay. Yeah, that sounds intriguing. I guess that's wow, that sounds interesting right there. Anywho, now also premiering, we got a movie called Alice, which is directed by Kristen Verlinden, and stars Kiki Palmer, Common, John Lee Miller, and Gunnar Charles. In it, when a woman is a servitude in 1800s Georgia, escapes the 55-acre confirms of her captures, she discovers the shocking reality that exists beyond the tree line is 1973. Uh, Another film premiering is Blood, directed by Bradley Russ Gray, and stars the likes of Carla Jerry. In it, after the death of her husband, a young woman travels to Japan where she finds solace in an old friend. But when comforting turns to affection, she realizes she must give herself permission before she can fall in love again. Cha Cha Real Smooth is directed by Cooper Rave and stars Dakota Johnson, Cooper Rave, who also directs, Brad Garrett, Leslie Mann, and in it, a directionless college graduate embarks on a relationship with a young mom and her teen daughter while learning on the boundaries of his new bar Mr. Party starting gay. Duel is actually the directorial debut by Jesse Eisenberg and stars the likes of Karen Gillan, Aaron Parr, and in it, after receiving a terrible diagnosis, Sarah commissions a clone of herself to ease the loss of her friends and family. When she makes a miraculous recovery, her attempt to her clone decommission fails and leads to a core death. Sounds like a modern last two, I guess. Anyway, Emergency, directed by Kerry Williams, stars Archie Collar, Sabrina Carpenter, Donna Watkins. In it, ready for a night of partying, a group of Black and Latino college students must weigh the pros and cons of calling the police when faced with an unusual emergency. In Master, directed by Mariama Deliala, starring Regina Hart, Zoe Renee, Tyler Ryder, Tyler Bassam, and Amber Gray, three women strive to find their peace at the elite New England University as the insidious specter of a racist haunts the campus in increasingly supernatural fashion. Each fights to survive in this space of privilege. In the movie, directed by Nakarjo Jusu, Aisha and an undocumented addict working for a privileged couple in New York City as she prepares for the arrival of the son she left behind in San Diego. A violent supernatural presence invades her reality, threatening the American dream she is painstakingly piecing together. It stars Anna Diop, who you might know as Starfire on Titans, Michelle Monaghan, Leslie Uggams, Rose Decker, Morgan Spector, and Sinatra Walls. In Palm Trees and Power Lines, directed by Jamie Almdar, starring Lily McNally, John Tuck, and Gretchen Mol. In it, 17-year-old Leah spends her summer aimlessly tanning with her best friend, tiptoeing around her fragile mother and getting stoned with a group of boys from college, from school, I say. This modern day is disrupted when by an encounter with Tom, a man twice her age who promises an alternative to Lee's unsatisfying opposite life. In Water, directed by Chloe Okuno, starring the likes of Maika Moreau, Carla Guzman, and Bourne Gorman. A young woman moves into a new apartment with her fiance and is tormented by the feeling that she is being stalked by an unseen watcher in a building. Cool, right there. Always love a good stalking film. It sort of sounds like Rear Window. I don't know why. Lots of Rear Window watch movies nowadays. All right, now other films that's set to be playing at Sundance. U.S. documentary competition, Aftershock, which is following the parental deaths of their partners. What's that? Sorry. All right. Traveler follows activists, birth workers, and physicians to reckon with one of the most pressing American crises of our time. In the Senate, Cota, the last ship carrying enslaved Africans to United States, arrived in Alabama 40 years after African slave trading became a capital offense. It was prominently burned and is existence denied after centuries shrouding in the secrecy and speculations. Descendants of the Colatill survivor are reclaiming their story. That sounds cool. The Exiles, directed by Ben Klein, documentarian Christine Choi tracks down the three exiled descendants from the Tiananmen Square massacre in order to find closure on an abandoned film that she began shooting in 1989. Fire Love, directed by Sarah Doze, Enterprise scientists and lovers Katia and Maurice Kraft died in a violent volcano explosion, doing the very thing that brought them together, unraveling the mysteries and of volcanoes by capturing the most explosive imagery ever recorded. Sounds cool. Game, but I always do love these. Then we got some other documentary stuff like Free Show. Lee, we got I Don't See You there. I'm probably not gonna read all of them. I'll probably look at the description so you could check out some of the other descriptions here. We got a documentary called The Janes. Really? I kid you not. We literally got a documentary called TikTok Boom. I kid you not. I literally this was called Tick Tick Boom. I was like, didn't we just have a movie called Tick Tick Boom? No, it's called TikTok Boom. And yes, by all means, here's what it's about. With TikTok now crowned the world's most downloaded app, these are the personal stories of cultural phenomenon told you and its simulcast of Gen Z natives, journalists, and experts alike. The film seeks to answer why is this app best known for dancing the target is so much controversy. Oh boy. Really? Do we really need a documentary about TikTok? I don't use that. I'm sorry. I tried to get into it. I cannot really even use that thing. Okay, I don't know. I thought a movie about Facebook sounded dumb, but I don't know. Maybe this could be intriguing. Who knows? I'm pretty sure we're gonna be hearing interviews from former TikTok stars like Alice Ray, the Mio girls, I guess. But I don't know. How about I give it a go? Because I have nothing better to do there. Anyway, World Cinema Dramatic Competition. Films premiering here are Brian and Charles, A Story of Friendship, Love, and Letting Go, and a seventh tour robot that eats cabbages. A comedy shot in documentary format stars David Earl, Chris Hayward, and directed by Jim Archer. That sounds cool. Anyway, we also got the cow who sang a song into the future. Okay, where Cecilia and her children travel to their aging father's dairy farm after he has a heart attack. Back in her childhood home, Cecilia is met by her mother, a woman on death for many years, who presence brings to life a painful past, caused by the natural world around them. Okay, that's a weird title, but could be a train, I guess. We got a movie that a Spanish film called Das Acronosos. I cannot pronounce that name. We got a movie called Gentle. A film called Girl Picture. We Some of these are actually foreign films, so it's a little hard to actually pronounce some of these. We got a movie called Klondike from Ukraine, Turkey. Leonard Will Never Die, which is from the film piece. Marti which is from Brazil. Yukama, which is from France. You Won't Be Alone, which is from Australia, which actually sounds tring. It's directed by Goran Sovetsky. In an isolated mountain village in 19th century Estonia, a young pharaoh witch accidentally kills a peasant. She assumes the peasant's shape to see what life is like in her skin, igniting a deep-seated curiosity to experience life inside the bodies of others. It stars numerous praise coming off of the movie Lamb, Alice Anglite, Felix Murtude, who's of course on that show, that Teenage Georgia show. So we got some interesting people here. All right, World Cinema Documentary Competition. We got an Indian documentary called All the Breeze. Calendar Girls from Sweden. We got House Made of Splinters from Denmark. Midwives from Myanmar. Mission from Finland. Nothing Compared in the UK. Sirens. Uh, we got Tentara from Israel. The Tatari from Brazil. We Met in Virtual Reality from the UK. Oh, this actually sounds cool. Filmed entirely inside the world of VR, this versatile documentary captures the excitement and surprising intimacy of the cultural movement. That sounds cool, actually. I gotta check that one out. Other stuff, we got Cathedral from Italy, and it stars Brian DeArcy James and Monica Barbaro, who will be seen in the upcoming Top Gun Maverick film, as only child's account of an American family's rise and fall over 2 decades. Could be cool. We got Every Day in Kumaki. We got Framing Agnes from Canada, which is a documentary. We got A Love Song, which stars Dale Dickey, Wes Studi, Wilson. Two childhood sweethearts, now both are widowed, shared a night by a lake in the mountains. A love story for those who are alone. Cool. We got Mudjob from Isabel Castro. We got Rotsville, USA, which is a Welcome to Rossville is a fictional town built in the U.S. Military using footage shot by the media and government. It explores the militarized of police and reaction of the nation to the uprising of the late 1960s. Cool. We got Something in the Dirt, which is directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who I believe are actually the directors of Moon Knight, by the way. Now, when neighbors John and Levy witnessed supernatural events in their LA apartment building, they realized documenting the supernatural could eject some fame and fortune into their wasted lives. An ever deeper, darker rabbit hole. Their friendship phrase as they uncover the dangers of the pandemonium, and the city and each other. Now, this not only they directed, they also star in this as well, which is strange too. I don't know. It could be interesting. It does sound. I always love a good supernatural film, so could be interesting. All right, now other stuff premiering. We got Second Chance, directed by Ramin Bonari, who directed that movie 12 Homes, the one with Andrew Garfield, and Michael Shannon. And this is actually a documentary here. We got Am I Okay, directed by Stephanie Elon and Nick Notario, and it's also produced by Will Ferrell and stars Dakota Johnson, Jermaine Fowler, Kirstie Clemens, Sona Mazzano, Sean Hayes, and Molly Gordon. Lucy and Jane have been best friends for most of their lives and think they know each other, everything there is to know about each other. But when Jane announces she's moving to London, Lucy reveals a long-held secret as Jane tries to help Lucy. Their friendship is thrown into chaos. I love Dakota Johnson. I mean, obviously everyone always know her from 50 Shades and all, but that girl's done some real. In her new movie, the one that she has, that Maggie Gyllenhaal is directing, The Lost Star, that is getting some Oscar. So I don't know. I'll give this one a go. Looks like to be a train. I say sounds like it'd be a train because they haven't dropped the trailer yet, but still. All right, we got a movie called Brainwash, Sex Camera Power, directed by Nina Meskis, and it's based on Nina's acclaimed talk on sex and the visual language of cinema, a mesmerizing journey into how shot design intersects with the epidemics of sexual abuse, sexual assault, and employment discrimination against a woman. Containing over 175 film clips, this will change the way we view and make movies. That actually does sound intriguing right there. Sounds like she it's intense. All right, we got a movie called Chord Change, which is directed by Phyllis Arnay and stars Sigourney Weaver, Elizabeth Banks, Kate Morrow, Corey Michael Smith. It takes place in Chicago, 1968. After having a life-saving seeker abortion, a suburban housewife seeks to give women access to healthy and safe abortions through an underground collective of women known as Jane. Sounds cool. I love the cast here, so I'll definitely give this one a go. We got Down for the Case of Boat Booing, directed by Rory Kennedy. And it's an investigation into two Boeing 737 MAX crashes that killed 346 of people, exploring both the raw causes of and the human cause at once. A chilling portrait of crumbling corporate culture and a fierce incitement of Wall Street's corruption influence. Sounds like it'd be cool. We got Emily the Criminal, directed by John Patton Ford, and stars Aubrey Plaza, Dio Rossi, and Gina Gershon. Down on her luck and saddled with debt, Emily gets involved in a credit card scam that pulls her into the criminal underworld of LA, ultimately leading to deadly consequences. I like it, Aubrey Plaza, so could be cool. We got a movie called Final Cut, which is from France. We got God's Country, which is directed by Julian Higgins and stars Tenny Noon, Jeremy Bob. And it's when a grieving college professor confronts two hunters she catches trespassing on her property. She's drawn into an isolating battle of wills and catastrophic consequences. Sounds cool right there. We got a movie uh, called Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. Nancy Stokes, a retired school teacher, is yearning for some adventure and some sex. Good sex, okay. And she has a plan. She hires a young sex worker named Leo Grande, starring Emma Thompson and Darren McCormick. All right, just going all in the flows there. All right, we got a movie called Hunk for Jesus Save Your Soul, directed by Amala Obo and stars Regina Hart and Sterling K. Brown. Cool, Regina Hart has like two movies playing here. In the aftermath of a huge scandal, Trinity Childs, the first lady of the Southern Baptist megachurch, attempts to help her pastor husband, Lee Curtis Childs, rebuild their congregation. I don't know why. That sounds like something that Perflix will pick up. I don't know why. Perflix, the company that did God's Not Dead and all. This definitely sounds like something they'll pick up. All right. We got a movie called G's Y'all, a Kanye trilogy, which is yes, a documentary about Kanye West or Easy or whatever he wants to call himself nowadays. We got Lee Girls Sylvia, which is directed by Eva Longoria. And it's about the epic rivalry between iconic boxers Oxygen de la Torre and Julio Cesar Chavez in the 1990s that sparked in the cultural divide between Mexican nations and Mexican Americans. That's cool. Always do love a good documentary. Right? But one movie I'm actually really more interested that Eva is actually directing is a movie about flaming hot Cheetos. I'm actually intrigued to check that one out more. I don't want to sound rude, but my computer's about to die. So. Okay. I should have done this before I went live, but now next stuff. We got a movie called Living, which stars Bill Nye, Sex Education star Amy Lou Wood, and Alex Shaw. It is from the UK, directed by Olivia Hermanas. In 1952's London, veteran civil servant Williams has become a small in the bureaucracy of rebuilding England post World War II. Sounds like it'd be really cool. We got Lucy and Desi, which is actually a documentary about Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz. Of course, we got the new movie being the Ricardos this week. So from an actual feature to a documentary. Okay, it'll be cool. All right. We got a movie called My Old School, which is a documentary from the UK. We got The Princess, which is a documentary about Princess Diana, directed by Ed Perkins. Resurrection, directed by Andrew Siemens, and stars Rebecca Hart, Tim Roth, Grace Kaufman. And it's about Margaret, who is in order. She is a capable, disciplined, and successful. Soon, her teenage daughter, who Margaret raised by herself, will be going off to find university, just as Margaret had attended. Everything is under control. That is until David returns, carrying with him the horrors of Margaret's path. Of course, Rebecca Hart coming off of her directing film Passing, which, by the way, I just saw Rebecca Hart in person when I saw this movie, so pretty cool there. But anyway, this does sound like it'd be really cool, so we'll have to wait and see. We got a movie called Shopstick, which is directed by Lena Dunham, and stars Eliza Christine Frosev, John Bernthal, Scott Speedman, Lena Dunham, Taylor Page, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Sarah Joe is a naive 26-year-old living on the fringes of Hollywood with her mother longing for money and sister longing for exposure. She just longs to be seen when she begins an affair with an older employee. She is thrust into an education on sexuality, loss, and power. Sounds like it'd be really cool. Now, I believe this is actually Lena Dunham's first directed movie in like years. I believe her last directed film was a Tiny Punisher, which I believe was like in 2010 or 2011. So nice to see her back directing here. All right, we got a movie called To the End, directed by Rachel Lers. We got a Bill Cosby documentary called We Need to Talk About Cosby. Okay. Directed by W. Kamati Bell. And here's what this one is about. Can you separate the art from the artist? Should you even try? While there are many people about whom we could ask those questions, none other than challenge than pose a tougher challenge than Bill Cosby. Yeah, I sort of still like the Cosby Show. I mean, yeah, that show is still pretty funny to me. But it's a bit. I know it's a bit hard to watching everything and all, but I don't know. This sounds like it'd be really interesting to check out. We'll have to see, but yeah. All right. We also got we also got a film called when you finish saving the world, which is directed by Jesse Eisenberg. Evelyn and her oblivious son Ziggy seeks out replacements for each other as Evelyn desperately tries to parent an assuming teenager at her shelter, while Ziggy fumbles through his pursuit of a brilliant young woman at school, starring Julianne Moore and Finn Wolfhard. Sounds cool, like could be cool. Now the midnight section, which usually always has like some intriguing stuff. Like, I mean, midnight usually is like more the horror section at the Sundance. So anyway, we got Babysitter, which is a film coming from Canada, where after a sexist joke goes viral, Cedric loses his job and embarks on a therapeutic journey to free himself from sexism and misogyny. His girlfriend, Nadine, is exasperated by his narcissistic introspection until they hire a mysterious, liberated babysitter to help shake things up. It stars Patrick Hovan and Monica Shokari. Sounds cool. We got a movie called Fresh, directed by Mimi Cave. The horrors of modern dating are seen through one young woman's defiant battle to survive her new boyfriend's unusual appetite. Starring Daisy Edgar Jones, Sebastian Stan, Charlotte Lee Byrne, Andra Bang, Dio Akunadi. Sounds like it'd be really cool there. We got Hatching, which is from Finland. We got a movie called film from the UK called Meet Me in the Bathroom, where an immersive journey through the New York music scenes of the early 2000s, set against the backdrop of 9/11. The film tells the story of how a new generation kickstarted a musical rebirth for New York City that reverberated around the world, inspired by the book Lizzie by Lizzie Goodman. Sounds like it'd be an interesting doc. Peggy, which is from Spain. Sarah, it's about Sarah who deals with constant teasing from girls in her small town, but it comes to an end when strangers kidnap her tormentors. Sarah knows more than she's saying and must decide between speaking up and saving the girls or saying nothing to protect the strange man who spotted her. Dang, that was a train right there. We got a movie called Speak No Evil from Denmark, where a Danish family visits a Dutch family they met on holiday. When what was supposed to be an idyllic weekend slowly starts unraveling as the Danes try to polite in the face of unprecedented. Now, now other films premiering. We got After Yang, directed by Konaga, starring the likes of Colin Farrell, Jodie Turner-Smith, and Haley Lou Richardson. In the near future, a father and daughter try to save the life of Yang, their beloved robotic family member. Uh, we got a movie called Happening, which is for France, where in 1963, Anne is a bright student with a promising future, but when she falls pregnant, she sees the opportunity to escape the constraints of her social background, disappearing with the final exams approaching and her belly growing, and resolves to act even if she must risk prison to do so. Sounds cool right there. We got Neptune Frost, which is actually produced by Ezra Miller, of all people. Okay. And directed by Anisha Osmanen. It's where, like, in an ordinary e-waste dump camp, a subversive hacking collective steps attempts to take over the ordinary regime, exploiting the Regan natural resources and its people when an intersex runaway and an escape Kota Minor find each other through cosmic forces, and there are connection sparks glitches within the greater divine. Cool. 3 minutes, which is from Neverlane. There's also The Worst Parts of the World, which that's now this is actually directed by swimming pool director Joachim Terror. 4 years in life of Julie, a young woman who navigates the troubled waters of her love life and struggles to find her career path, leading her to take a realistic look at who she really is. This is actually getting some Oscar buzz. I believe it's actually getting into the line of best foreign or international category. So it could be cool, I guess. And of course, it is from Neon, so there's that too. Now, with the kids section, there's Mike. I don't know anything about that. Summoning, which is directed by the Spectacular Now director James Polstein. During their last days of summer and childhood, the weekend before middle school begins, four girls struggle with the harsh truths of growing up and embark on a mysterious adventure. Sounds like a female version of The King of Summer. I don't know. Remember The King of Summer that premiered like back in 2013, I think it was? It had like Nick Robinson in it. I am getting a bit of a King of Summer vibe from this. But I'm definitely interested to check this one out. It is directed by James Polstein, who gave us some really good movies over the years. He gave us A Spectacular Now, the Mary Elizabeth Winstead movie Smash. He also gave us that Jason Segel and Jesse Eisenberg film, Taurus. What was that? End of the Tour. He also gave us that not go so good Tom Hanks movie, The Circle, a couple years back. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction here. It does sound like it could be really intriguing. I always do love a good coming of age tale, so I don't know. It could be interesting to check out. We'll have to wait and see how it is. And there are also some special screenings of Last Flight Home, Just a Girl from IRT, some indie episodic program, bringing the horses bring on the Dancing Horses, which is directed by Michael Polish, Cherokee, Culture Beat, The Dark Heart, Instant Life, My Trip to Spain, which I guess is not another trip movie. The installment of the trip movies with Steve Coogan in it. So yeah, we've got lots of interesting stuff here. There's like probably more to choose from. But yeah, like I said, I'll leave the script so you can check out the rest of them. But lots of interesting stuff. But anyway, let me lead you guys. Which of these films that are premiering at Sundance are you interested in checking out whenever premieres? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Sammy Messiah.